Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. BTC on the hourly not looking too great, guys. Right now, BTC trading at 87.15, and XRP, guys, as you can see, is following that same trend. We had a little bit of a bump, and now a reversal, making our way back down. Guys, this is post-halvening activity. Look at that trend. So if I show you the trend line here, this is BTC on the hourly. So to give you guys some context, we are making lower lows and higher lows. Okay, the lows have been lower ever since this point here, ever since we hit resistance at about 10,000. And it looks like the trend is reversing. If I put it on maybe you can see it better on the 4 hour, to kind of give the trend a more truncated visual appearance. Ultimately, though, it's the same trend as we saw on the hourly. 10,000 resistance. That's significant resistance. It's going to take a while to puncture through this, I think. I think we're going to go back down, personally. I think we are going to retrace at a significant level of resistance, anywhere between 7,000, 6,500 and 7,000. So that would bring us in and around 6,500 is about here. Okay, and we'll call it 7,000-ish. Again, guys, these are zones. I love it when people say, oh, it's going to hit this point and then it's going to completely turn around, and I know that 100%. I mean, there are some cases where you can say, okay, it'll reach 10,000 because that's a psychological number, and reverse. But when it comes to supply and demand zones or support and resistance, it's always marked, or rather should be, with a higher and lower level. So I'm going to call it 6,500 to 7,000. This is where we're going to find that here. As you can see, the Bitcoin trend already doing this. And I've been saying this for days, even as Bitcoin was rallying. So just some food for thought if you guys are looking to get back into the space. Of course, XRP will be following and probably will actually have a deeper dip percentage-wise compared to Bitcoin. So great time to buy XRP. Also great time to add to your Bitcoin stack if you guys are still looking to accumulate crypto. And take a look at the other charts. I'm sure you guys will find, if you're into, a lot of you guys are into a multitude of different kinds of cryptocurrencies. So follow the charts. Don't be chasing rallies like I saw somebody the other day talking about Theta coin or something like that. And So this is Theta coin, and people are talking about this and how it's rallying, and wow, look at that rally. It is a thing of beauty, but the question I ask myself is, did you get in down here, or are you so excited now you're getting in up here? If you are getting in up here, I would second guess your choices. That is not financial advice. That is just my advice to you as somebody who's been doing this for a while. It's one thing to look at the chart and to say, yeah, what a great coin, I'm getting into it. And even if you got into it, here or here, like, it's still not what you should be doing as a trader in terms of trading. So some food for thought for you folks. Gonna continue along now. This tweet here from James RuleXRP at RuleXRP on Twitter. And this has to do with the Xumm banking app. So yeah, Vin describes that in the Ripple-based banking app Xumm, many bugs have been fixed, and the app will soon be ready for mass adoption. Xumm was developed by Spring. So on behalf of Ripple, XRPL Labs has developed the banking app Xumm, which is based on the bridge currency XRP and should offer the same extensive functions as a bank account. The app works completely without third parties, such as banks and other financial institutions, and offers cross-border transactions in real time. This is going to be game-changing, guys. I just downloaded the latest version last night. Took a look at an interesting interface. I can't wait. There are some features, though, still on it that need to be updated, as they mentioned in this article. Down here, it says fiat currency such as the US dollar or euro can be deposited and managed. Furthermore, contact and transaction information can be managed, tracked, and stored. Xumm is completely based on XRP, so that transactions can be processed in real time and are therefore superior to almost any bank transfer. So yeah, making waves in the space, and I'm sure for a lot of people, they will look at something like this, and this is all they will need. Of course, we will need banks for, many different applications still, like getting a loan, getting a mortgage, all those kinds of things. But I think the traditional bank as we know it is going to become obsolete. The idea of going to your bank, depositing money, withdrawing money, having a checkings, having a savings, the everyday use of a bank account, might not be the popular choice anymore for everyday citizens. Now, I'm not saying that companies won't have bank accounts and that people still won't make large transfers through banks, but the bank, as we know, it's already gone very digital. Now you can deposit checks with your phone. I mean, who would have ever thought that that would become a thing? And only within the last couple of years, 2-3 years or so, has that really taken off. But cryptocurrency and banking, this is going to be the future. So if you guys haven't downloaded Xumm, it's worth the download just to take a look at it. And they are still in the process of, fine-tuning it. So have some patience with it. I want to thank James Rule for posting that. Guys, I saw this from Martin Valk here. Martin Valk posted this, and this is news from the IMF News on Twitter. Remittances, which represent 14% of GDP in fragile countries across MENA, which is the Middle East and North Africa, and serve as a lifeline for many households, are also expecting to tumble by 20% as global incomes fall due to the beer flu. So they do a whole report on that, but here's just a snippet from that report. Poverty and dependence, and how remittances are expected to tumble by 20% in fragile and conflict states in the Middle East and North Africa. Well, it's important to discuss because it's not that the need for remittances has dropped by 20%, but in a lot of these cases, it is so expensive to send a remittance payment across borders. And so what do we do to level the playing field? We know the IMF is in cozy with Ripple. We know they've talked about using digital assets. They haven't named XRP by name, but we know that they've discussed cryptocurrencies that have similar characteristics, uncannily similar characteristics to XRP, which means, in my opinion, they are indeed talking about XRP without stating it overtly. But anyways, we have the MENA countries. The MENA FCS is in red, and GDP per capita in 2019. We can see it here, the latest available figures from this bar graph. The poverty rate is largest in the MENA FCS, and remittances to GDP is largest in the poorer countries, as again represented by the red bar here. Just to give you guys an idea of what these countries are: Afghanistan, Djibouti, Iraq, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, the West Bank and Gaza, and Yemen. So interesting numbers to say the least. Down here, Michael Benhamu posts a chart here, vulnerability ranking to beer flu in Europe's crisis response. And it's a very colorful graph here. Down here, the methodology, the darker cells means increase comparative vulnerability. So more vulnerability with darker cells. And guys, I don't know if you can see here on the side, remittances as a percentage of GDP. And we have a fairly purple, dark purple here for Palestine, and darker purple shades for some of these countries. So it is an important issue. And I'm just glad that this was tweeted out by the IMF because we already know how positive they are on cryptocurrencies. We know about their relationship with Ripple. We know we've seen Brad Garlinghouse at those important meetings. So it seems as though everybody is forging ahead. Thanks so much, Martin Valk, for posting that. Guys, this one from Matthew Liny on Twitter. And this with regards to the DTCC, and they just posted the job posting looking for DLT knowledgeable programmers and AWS. So the Information Technology Group delivers secure, reliable technology solutions that enable DTC to be the trusted infrastructure of the global capital markets. Application development delivers solution that responds to the business needs of the global capital markets with quality, efficiency, and excellence using innovative technologies and providing secure information management. And some of the skills required here, working knowledge of one or more DLT platforms, including R3's Corda. So DTCC looking for somebody qualified to fill this full-time job position. And guys, I don't know if you remember this back from 2016, new DTCC white paper gets real about blockchain hype. This from Ripple's own Insights website. There is a connection with DTCC and Ripple. This was one of the earlier articles that I just happened to find about them, but they were not even interested in blockchain before 2016, and now it has become one of their major focuses, now looking for developers to lead Java full stack development on the DLT platform. So if you live in Tampa or are looking to move to Tampa and you have these skills, maybe this is the job for you. Guys, I saw this one from Dog Days on Twitter at dogdays69172577. And he posted this article here. Binance adds XRP options, expanding coins liquidity. That's good news. The Binance exchange, run by Changpeng Zhao, or CZ, has expanded the use of the currently fourth largest cryptocurrency XRP and the second most popular coin Ethereum on its platform. A few hours ago, Binance spread the word that XRP and Ethereum contracts have now been added to Binance options. So now their users can take advantage of these. The exchange blog says that compared to traditional types of trading options, Binance Options offers traders a shorter time frame, which ranges from 10 minutes to 1 day. So you can trade options and make money or lose money in as little as 10 minutes with this options feature on Binance. So crypto options appeared only a few months ago this year. And so, of course, now they're adding more and more trading possibilities on their platform for people who do use the Binance platform. So interesting news there coming out of Binance. Guys, I saw this too from XRP Arcade. Hong Kong-based exchange lists XRP with 8 new utilities, all under one roof. So Goku Market is a decentralized marketplace for the blockchain economy designed to fulfill all digital asset needs. The objective of Goku Market is to become a safe and secure marketplace for everyone, from a novice to a pro, to utilize the platform. The focus of Goku Market is a marketplace that offers more than traditional cryptocurrency services like wallet and exchange services, which have been used in the past few years. Goku Market enables various real-world cryptocurrency applications, and then it lists all the applications that they offer here. Some include prepaid debit card top-ups, peer-to-peer trading, crypto wallet staking, precious metals trading, crypto exchange, decentralized e-commerce, flight bookings, hotel bookings, car rentals, hiring of freelancers, telecom top-ups, and more. So you guys can see the verticals are expanding on Goku Markets. And we've heard Brad Garlinghouse talking about how Ripple wants to eventually expand themselves and open up the XRP ecosystem for more verticals. So is this something that we're seeing starting to happen now? On May 23rd, Goku Market announced the addition of XRP with 8 utilities. So here's the tweet here from Goku Markets. XRP listed on Goku Market with 8 new real value utilities like mobile and web wallet, debit card trading, starter kits, auto bots, staking, e-commerce, and Launchpad. So welcome XRP community, the XRP army. XRP is the standard. Wow. Amazing news here coming out of Hong Kong. And down here, it gives a little bit about each of those 8 utilities that they will be using XRP for. Guys, I'll link this article in the description. It is from the XRP Arcade. Give Leonidas a follow on Twitter if you guys aren't following him. He produces this excellent content on a regular basis. Yeah, he's one of the pros in the community. I also saw this, guys, from News Logical. Gateway Currency cross-border payment specialist compares XRP to the US dollar. Now, this has to do with payment specialist Faisal Khan. And guys, for those of you who do not know him, he is a cross-border payment specialist, access to banking, processing, and licensing specialist. He's crypto-friendly. And what his business is linking companies to payment options, okay? This is what his company does. This is what his business does. And so in this article, it says cross-border payment specialist Faisal Khan has said that in response to a series of questions asking about holding XRP, because he holds XRP, he can and never will give financial advice on cryptocurrency due to the volatility of the nature of the market. However, what he did say about XRP is that it is a gateway currency that bridges the gap between 2 different fiat currencies, comparing the 4th largest digital asset to the US dollar. He said that the USD is an aggregate currency that many countries hold for international transactions. So you got to think to yourself, this is his first inclination to tell you about XRP when asked about holding XRP. So this is his number one argument in my mind. Of course, everybody, when asked about something they love, they're obviously going to tell you the best thing first, right? So here's what he says. He says the USD is an aggregate currency, right? We talked about that. But he said the more liquid a currency is, like the US dollar, the more cross pairs you can do. Speaking further, he mentioned that the one currency in the cryptocurrency industry that links different cryptos and different fiat currencies is XRP, and that is exactly the goal of the digital currency. He averred that XRP is designed to be a bridge currency that helps people transfer money easily across borders. He said that different currencies that are being used in 2 countries where transactions take place is a barrier, but XRP helps solve issues like this. He talks a little bit more about the utility, which we all know. Then he says, Khan added that as the remittance industry grows, it is unclear if XRP would be the only bridge currency, as there are other cryptocurrencies that can also do what it does. And then he mentions EOS, BNB, Ethereum, a few other tokens that we know of that aren't specifically targeting cross-border payments. We know Ripple as a company is specifically focused on forging partnerships with the major FIs, central banks, in order to really laser focus their attention on cross-border payments at this moment. So other currencies can do it, but XRP has a definite huge advantage over these other cryptocurrencies. Nevertheless, he explained that unlike other cryptocurrencies, the exact mission and vision of XRP is to serve as a bridge currency, exactly what I just said. This is the real reason why Ripple created XRP. Not only that, read this last paragraph here, Khan added that he thinks XRP has the chance of becoming the global gateway currency as Ripple continues to build the XRP ecosystem to offer customers a better experience. This coming from a man whose business is totally cross-border payments. He is a cross-border payment specialist. His website is up here, faisalkhan.com, so you can see what he does. And he holds XRP, and he seems to think that it will be used as that bridge currency that is mostly used around the world, and that it could be the global reserve, and that people will stop using the US dollar because XRP will be so much more efficient, and it will level the playing field for all those other countries that do not want to deal in USD. Interesting opinion from Faisal Khan here. And again, this when he was asked about holding XRP. So he is an XRP hodler. He's not just talking about this as part of his business model that gets the job done. He holds XRP, clearly sees it as a good investment down the road. So I thought that was interesting. Guys, I saw this from Matthew Liny on Twitter. RBA to update transaction processing and settlement system for new payment streams. And so the RBA is the Reserve Bank of Australia, and they are seeking to update its customer transaction processing and settlement system to manage the transaction activity of its 60 overseas customers for settlement in high domestic settlement in the domestic high-value payment system, AustraClear and other domestic payment streams, such as the new payment platform, the NPP. They said that they are going to migrate over to ISO 20022. The Reserve Bank's existing system does not support the new message format, the RBA outlined in the invitation for OEIs. It comes after Swift announced plans, right? So the Swift plans and how they're migrating to ISO 20022. Back to this though here. No, was it here or no? It was this one here. Westpac says RBA issued digital currencies would boost blockchain. So this back from 2019 last year. Westpac Banking, National Australia Bank, Macquarie Group, and 9 other international members of the R3 consortium have completed a trial of blockchain technology which saw funds transferred between banks across borders using Ripple's cryptocurrency XRP. So, the Reserve Bank of Australia moving towards this standard, looking to update its customer transaction processing and settlement system. They are a cryptocurrency-friendly nation. As we know, Australia is one of the 3 major corridors where we're seeing ODL flows through at the moment. Will they be using XRP for this? Doesn't say it here, guys, but it sounds like they will be. You know, it's funny, they don't have to spell it out for us. We have already done all our research. As XRP hodlers, we're definitely one of the most interested cryptocurrency community, I think, out there. We're willing to get down into the weeds, do our own research, and not just sit on our laurels like some of these Bitcoin maximalists you see. I finally ended up watching that Monero Means Money documentary yesterday, and to be honest, it was quite a dry documentary. It was more of a presentation from Dr. Daniel Kim, who is a proponent of Monero, although I did learn some things. Speaking of Bitcoin maximalists, it just got me thinking about this because he compares Bitcoin to Monero and how Monero is essentially what people who don't understand Bitcoin think Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is not actually a privacy coin. It is a surveillance coin, from what Dr. Daniel Kim was saying. Yes, that's right. They can keep tabs on you if you transfer Bitcoin. But with Monero, they cannot. Just the way it's constructed. It was interesting. And actually, there were some arguments in the documentary that inferred that Monero could gain more price action than Bitcoin from now on. Maybe not overall, but from now on. So if you're looking for an alternative investment, it would be an interesting documentary for you to watch. Again, I'm not giving financial advice. Something, though, that I noticed, and it's always good to keep your minds open, guys. Let information flow in. Make your own judgment based on your brain capacity. Receive and reject what you wish, but always be critical. Never shut out any opinions because you just quote-unquote don't like it. This is how we all learn about the latest new projects that could be a diamond in the rough. You never know, right? And somebody posted this on Twitter. Is Japan really trading XRP at a higher price than over here? Okay, so Ali G tagged me on this, Ali_G_Ali_ on Twitter. Hang on, what? XRP equals 1 yen. She actually did change that. She meant 1,000 yen. She made an amendment down there. And 1,000 yen equals $14.22 Australian dollars. So what that would equate to is about $9.29 USD. 1,000 yen, 1,000 Japanese yen equals $9.29 USD. So she links to this article here. BitBank trades with an abnormal value of 1 XRP equals 1,000 yen, starts a new pair transaction of virtual currency, outlier in BitBank XRP to BTC pair. So it turned out that 1 XRP was executed at about 1,000 yen on the domestic virtual currency exchange BitBank's XRP/BTC trading plate. BitBank will start trading 3 pairs of Ethereum JPY, XRP BTC, and LTC JPY on May 24th. In the newly launched trading pair, the trade is executed at a price that deviates from the trade prices of other markets, which is kind of unusual. So it must have been a glitch or something. So Stuart XRP here points out that, so he quotes the article here, a trade executed at 0.001 BTC, about 1,000 yen, is an XRP/BTC trade, is equivalent to about 46 times the world market price of 21.5 yen. It is an abnormal value that occurred only in the new currency pair to the last, and there is no abnormality in the chart of the XRP/JPY. So it was just an abnormality. It has been pointed out that under certain circumstances with extremely low liquidity, thin plate, at the start of trading after maintenance, market buying of certain scale triggered an abnormal value that was significantly different from the actual market price. This is because of low liquidity, as Stuart XRP points out. So this is what happens with certain coins and not enough liquidity, and this is why it's very important that when you're trading on any platform, that the liquidity is there to trade. And this is why I love seeing XRP trading pairs on all these platforms. It is going to be so liquid, it's going to change the face of crypto trading from this bull run to the last bull run. 10-fold, 20-fold, I don't even know. It's going to be hugely significant though. So Dutchwick on Twitter pointed this out. You know, there was a time when the yen was on XRP charts, but it has been removed. That was 2 years ago. So there was a discrepancy apparently at that time. Stuart XRP responds here. Matthew Fettig, software developer at Ripple, said the purpose for removing JPY was that this used on ledger exchanges for the rate of conversion. And we don't have an active XRP JPY market anymore, so the rate was 0, and this was mentioned in August 2018. So the reason for that outlined there. Interesting, though, to see these different responses with regards to this. Thanks so much, Ali G, for pointing this out. And thanks so much, Stuart XRP, for helping to clarify this, why this occurs, the lack of liquidity, giving us even more reason to trade on very, very liquid exchanges. And XRP liquidity will be the answer, will be the key for price to rise. Faisal Khan alludes to it in this article here. The fact that the more liquid a currency is, like the US dollar, the more cross pairs you can do. So the more liquid XRP becomes, the more likely it can be used as a global digital reserve currency. And even for us crypto folk in a bull run, we can see XRP utility become the standard for trading between cryptocurrencies once we see more money flow into the market, once we see that bull run. But guys, that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.